Well, it really didn't take a whole lot of translation. He was pretty clear. So I didn't say anything to anybody, but I was kind of nervous about the data because that's very valuable. I mean, you can look it up on Google, and companies are responsible for people's data. And obviously, things went far south with our company, but thank God, Ash has a few very, very loyal tech people that's been around for a long time. They worked around the clock. Sometimes they slept there to get all the data, get it all put back in. And I really wanted to, at the time, when he come in and said it, I had chatted with him a little bit the day before, and I knew something was good. Something good happened. Finally. So tonight was a big deal when Ron was doing this, and I shared it absolutely everywhere. We've already got a couple thousand people watching it on YouTube. But I wanted to find out from the tech guys because they would understand the data. Well, before I could even call them, Collins is already attacking me. Hey, Marty, what you got to come here. So I talked to the tech guys. They were so excited. They were speaking in African. Okay, like they were blown away, and they felt the same way I did. But they know how important it is. Mike Ellis even said to me, "Wonder what the tech guys are thinking," because it's a big, big deal. It is who we are. Now, you can take any website, right-click with your mouse, and it'll show you the source code. That's not the data really that I'm talking about. That's the structure of the page on the outside, but the internal, where you have names and emails, how much money you have made, who you have invited in. It's a big, big deal. And you always hear about looking for a needle in a haystack. With data and coding, it's like looking for a needle in a needle stack. I mean, it's unbelievable. I started working a little bit with coding, and I mean very little. And you would leave out one little symbol, and it was shot. And you're going, I don't get it. I did exactly what they said, but I didn't. I left out one little triangle or something, and the whole thing was a mess. Everything was off the page. The colors weren't right. I had stuff written on the top, nothing on the bottom. I went, oh my God, how can I mess it up? I went step by step. One little code. So the value of that, because with that structure, and I really want you to go to one of these crazy tech guys, because they can tell you, I know Collins is an actual coder. I believe he's a coder. And Vincent, well, he's a maniac too, but he knows all the security and all that. But anyway, database stuff is who he is. In fact, all of them, if you put them together, are perfect because they all have their special fields. But no, I know that when it happened, I was thinking, first thing I thought to myself, what about the data? I mean, what about the code and all the stuff that was put into it? Because that's what you see. The finishing of a code is when you go to OCONNECT. That's where all the code came together correctly. That's where you get the squares are perfectly lined up. If somebody comes in, the squares get smaller and everybody's even. They're all even on the page. When you add something, it doesn't push anything off. It's a masterpiece. It's not like we think. So I was really, really happy. And when Ron said what he was doing tonight, him and Minnow, I thought, you know what? I've heard enough bad news. I want to get together and celebrate some good news. And that was really, really good news. When Ash dropped that, and afterwards he thought, was that enough? I said, Ash, he blew it away. That people can understand that part of it. And thank God the tech people came along a couple of years ago to break down, because even if they're not working in OnPassive, they understand the process of what it takes. And yeah, I'm blown away, and I'm glad everybody's here. I set videos out about this webinar in Hindi to India. I sent it to everybody on the YouTube channel. So just, I want people to be here. Mr. Mufaro is definitely going to try to be here. He's busy, trust me. Like, thought he was busy before. You know, he's doing this and cleaning up a mess and making a new, you know, masterpiece, I should say. So anyway, that's all I really have to say for now.